He's going back to push talk. Bolster now.
He's going back to push talk. Let me go ahead and start us off prior. Hello, everyone. My name's Merlin. Welcome to Mead and Magic. Continuing from where we last left off, in our world of Valora, we were following Arutu, Rory, Milos, as well as Asriel, Lutherian, and his secondary friend, Bernard. The group, once I had been through a gambling house, and I cannot recall, let me pull up the inventory, what they'd received. I think it was actually pretty good, though, if I recall. Wasn't it, Asriel? Or is that a root
I didn't
too?
receive some kind of drinking game, right?
It might have been a drinking game. I am pulling everyone's stat block open right now.
Bernard could not drink. I remember this.
Bernard could not drink, no. Grenadine. Nora.
So now I'm a search out adventure.
Now you're a search out adventure. Oh, that's right. You had gone for a specific set of paperwork saying you were actually like officially in, weren't you? Oh my. Collected that.
And my sidekick, Spike the Dragon.
Your sidekick Spike the Dragon. No, I don't recall you having a dragon. Let's see if the chat. Let's see if I get harassed by the chat. I will. Well, it doesn't seem like harassing will be going on today. Yes, that is the stat blocks you're seeing. Werner, you are muted. They're all talking between each other. So I think to start, if we have Verna's attention, we're going to go ahead and start with Arutu and Verna. As if I recall, we had actually left off with them. We're going to reverse the order this time around. Verna, are you available?
Are we back to the drugging people stuff?
Was that where you left off? I thought you were being confronted by Arutu.
We are
No, I
just
walked up.
drugging people.
I remember. Oh, I thought I walked away.
Okay,
Right?
so we're after this incident then.
Yeah.
So you're drugging people
Where-
down here.
Where is Child?
I have not put an object down for child.
Ah, okay.
Let me put an object down for child. That is one big child.
Yeah, so like last I remember it got really, really awkward. And he just wandered off.
Lovely. So he has essentially wandered off then. You went to drug the guards?
As long as we were able to get a little bit, or his little bit, and Poyo separated, we're all good.
Yeah, as far as I remember last time, we both I basically had to pull Child off of thing
Yes.
and bribe them with sweet rolls.
Yes, that was correct. That was correct indeed. On that notion, oh, hold on. Oh, yes, of course. My apologies, I do believe I've misplaced a campaign link. One moment. Copy. Tink tink. And tink tink. There we go. Sorry about that. So I guess in this case, we're going to continue with Arutu, who by this point in time actually would be up toward of like in this field area. There's not really a specific path, but there has been one that's been like made by people walking through this section. And it seems to lead to like a bunch of like open front doors and the like, with people's laundry hanging out to dry. There seems to be some men who are like wearing armor, seems to be relaxing. And yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. I cannot see the map, by the way. But
You can't see the map? Oh, no. I am streaming it too.
yes,
This is you currently. You and child.
I cannot see your stream.
You cannot see my stream. I think you need to
What
restart
account
your
is it under?
computer. Huh?
Oh, you mean in? Okay, I thought
In
you meant in general.
Discord.
I see.
I did send a link
Um,
to the stream as well.
There we go. Ah, right, no. No?
I wonder if it worked.
Whatever. Yes. I guess if I'm up in the... I guess I need to recall where I was going.
Your mission that you had actually left on arriving here initially was to find something called the Heart of the Sea.
Yes, I
Which-
do remember that. Which I found information about how it was not specifically a real heart, but rather people spoke of it as gems. And I was told to go to this one old lady who didn't help me.
Yes, that was exactly what it was. Very on point, Mr. Peptune. And you'd at this point been actually left sort of like in this back alley, and it's kind of getting towards evening now. I believe I left us off saying that it was about 7 o'clock at this point in time. All of the inns, or at least the inn that you'd reserved your way to, would be faster to get to by just kind of coming through these alleyways. Or not really alleyways, but these are main entrances. Obviously, there's a dirt path that leads, at least on my area. From here, there's actually a built gate into the wall. That's like a push gate more than a full tower gate like this, or a tower wall like this.
I guess it would. Come, child. I guess it is time to go eat and go to bed.
The
It's
child
7
just kind of
minutes. We will
like
continue tomorrow.
the child just kind of like looks up at you and goes, "Oh," before
And I guess I head towards town, kind of
Okay.
where the residential area is.
Okay. Towards the residential area is coming back through here. What is your passive perception?
Passive?
Yeah, what is your passive perception?
Perception. Where do you see passive? Is passive just your modifier?
No. So in your actual like page, if you go
Yep.
to your first page, your abilities, saves, and proficiencies. Whenever you scroll down, it says saving throws and then senses. On senses, your passive perception is 10. Okay.
Okay.
So you have a 10 in passive perception, which is an average passive perception. There's nothing particularly wrong with that. As you're walking through here, you are able to see two figures next to what looks like armor sets with like missing helmets, and you're able to quickly see that it is 3 figures. One of these figures is a very similar orb from earlier. The other 2 match a frame that you'd seen earlier in the day, but in the current lighting, because of how things have gone, you can't actually tell. What you can see, however, is that the guards around them are either dead or unconscious. And currently this group is stepping into the open mouth of this tower that no one else has been allowed to go into.
I guess I'll just kind of that's quite odd. Nevertheless, and I guess I'll just go to the nearest like inn-looking building. So,
Okay. So these two have gone in. You walk up into the inn, and I need you to go ahead and roll me a perception check.
roll you a perception. I sure can do that. Oh, there are no dice here. Okay. God, it's taking forever. That would be a 12.
A 12.
Yes.
You don't notice till you're well by the inn. Nora is not to be found near you.
Oh, goodness gracious. I guess I will turn around and go back to see anything. I kind of just
Turning around to walk back, the three figures that are here are gone, and Nora is kind of like standing and looking up and just kind of all over this like circle before kind of looking back at you and going,
come on. There's no reason to be here.
she lifts a hand and points a finger. Here.
Yes.
She's never spoken before.
I'm glad to hear your voice, but maybe you will come back tomorrow. Does that sound okay?
And she's kind of staring at you as she's still holding up her hand and pointing with the finger.
Tomorrow. It is dark right now. So walk up to her and try to pick her up.
As you walk towards her, she kind of like steps back towards this open. It can only be described from the distance that you're standing in abyss.
I really don't want to go in here. There's no need.
She just stares for another long minute.
Fine. As long as you fine. As long as you stay on my shoulders.
She immediately she doesn't even give you the chance. She immediately like runs over, does a sort of slither up your armor, and is just kind of like on your back, and just like her head's kind of like looking looking around, and she's this very small individual.
And then I say in a very exaggerated voice, into the fray, men. Or child. And I guess I will walk into the thing.
Walking into this void, you suddenly feel like you're falling before you feel as though you land in water, and we're going to go ahead and go over to Arthur. Arthur. Hold on. He may have poofed. A dude. You are an up. I'll tell you what though, his no meta gaming game is straight real. Dude's not even here. A lot of people would get hurt by it, but in reality, like, some people actually do it just for that reason, and it's low-key, like, I'm not gonna be mad at someone for trying not to ruin other people's time. Oh, yes, I need to modify that race very much so. Oh, if we don't have him, we may be moving onward. I may have to actually drop him. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can kick him from the... Let me see if I can get him on call. Doodle-doon, doodle-doon. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Homie?
Hello?
Hello. Are you good?
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep? It's your turn, homie.
Alright, I'm on it.
All right, dope. I found out the technical difficulty. I've resolved this issue. Arthur.
Yes, Arthur here. Arthur Pendragon.
Arthur Pendragon.
Uh,
Playing Asriel Lutherian. Asriel. We're going to be hopping over to you. More in line after you and Bernard at this point in time. You're late night from having fun all day.
Well, is there still people in the square?
There absolutely are. You're talking here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually pretty dead. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Alrighty. And I get. Roll, come on, app. I got 15 plus 3, 18.
So you are not able to make out any distinct figures, but from a distance, you can tell that the guards, which are normally posted up on this corner, this corner, this corner, and this corner, well, not this corner, but these three corners, which are kind of in your line of sight, they are unconscious, from what you can tell. You are also able to see from the specific distance you'd be at. Oh, I've lost you.
I sneak up to one of the guards and I rob him. And then
Go. You could just get his
look
rob
around
one of the
the
guards.
is there paper anywhere?
Any paper? There is a
No,
piece of
any paper.
paper that's stabbed into like a board with a knife in the top of it.
Alright, I don't read the paper.
Oh shit.
I just grab it, I make it into like a megaphone, and I scream, "Anybody want to serve me? I'm a noble and I need help. Free service, please."
You don't get a response. It seems that everyone around is fairly unconscious, and everyone else is within their own homes and not exactly fucking with it.
Get home, I guess we're gonna try again. Well, I just believe less in the peasants now.
You believe
Clearly,
less.
They don't want to help people.
You believe less in the peasants. Got it.
Well, everyone's knocked
So
out.
I actually need you to roll an investigation check. This is so you
I
can
got
figure
17.
plus
I don't know what
3.
my investigation is.
Your your investigation's plus 3, so you got a mod 20.
Alright.
You rob this man blind. He ends up having quite a bit on him, at least when it comes to what people from the standard merchants guild would have who are acting as guards. He has
Thank
3
you for the
gold,
donation to cause.
3 gold, a silver, and 5 bronze.
Good.
But
Does someone have Adventurers Guild nearby?
there are tents, but they're all closed right now. What you were also able to see before you kind of hopped in and started robbing people, admittedly, was a group of people, first 3, then another 2, walk inside of this giant, like, opening on the front of this massive pillar. And Bernard is just kind of staring at the area going, Lord.
I bet they'd serve me, Bernard.
Oh, the ones who went in the cave.
Let's hurry. It seems everyone else here is asleep for some reason. At least they are willing to help out.
What? Very well, young lords. You want to enter this, and he kind of like points at the hole that the other group seems to have disappeared into.
Absolutely. I make a loud entrance.
If
Whatever I am able to do.
if you insist, we shall go. And with that, he kind of undoes his belt and pulls his longsword, holding it at the ready.
No.
Yeah. I only hold in precaution, my lord. Please, feel free to lead the way.
Absolutely. I proudly march towards the pillar.
The moment that you touch like the black abyss and you get past it, like your full body through, you suddenly feel yourself falling, as does everyone else, as you all find yourselves landing somewhere else. Oh, please, do work with me. Here we are. So, the group of you find yourselves in what looks like a chasm, as everyone is now bundled together. Verna, are you available? Arthur? Everyone's here together. Arutu?
Who's touching me? What's happening? Get away.
Hey y'all, are you guys here? Hold on, I think
All of Discord crashed in an instant.
Who, what, the where now?
Yeah.
we're all going, everyone. Everyone's together now.
Is that a character or no?
That is a character, yes. These are all characters.
No. We are all going now. Is that in character? Is that DM?
Oh, that is DM. Like everyone is.
Oh, okay.
You're all in a group now. You all walked into this massive pillar late at night.
Oh, look where we are now.
Mom,
Have
help me not to
in
go.
that godforsaken
that we're
stone.
inside.
There's so much talking. Let's go one at a time. Verna, if you'd like to go ahead first.
Are we finally to the point for the third time where I have drugged these motherfuckers and we are inside?
Yes, we are.
Bloody fucking hell, that took forever!
And we're actually inside now. Needless to say, the group of you have all woken up in quite a dandy, on top of each other.
Oh God! Look where we are now. We're never going to find that bloody stone.
Is all you hear in like protest before the entire group is like lifted up and thrown off of this like small child who looks between everyone and goes, "Oh."
Well, hello. I'm going
you
to.
again.
Hi. Is it Vern? Is that it, Vern? And the
No, not close enough.
the blob. Yes. Well,
Kaz.
my Kaz. I will do to remember that. To anyone who doesn't know me, I am Aruntu. I'm looking for this stone, and I was dragged here by a child. Yeah. I just want to sleep.
You're looking to get stoned.
No. I am looking for a stone.
Sounds to me like you really could
Ah,
use
I
it
reach
too.
into my pocket and I pull out a bunch of shiny rocks. Here you go.
And Poyo suddenly like declares in protest.
What's the thing he called? It's called the heart of the sea, right?
Yes.
I am particularly looking for the heart of the sea. I was told it was some stone. Yes. Are any of those that?
No, and then I proceed to throw them over my shoulder like you would salt oil.
Ah, Well-
Poyo looks extremely happy. The group hearing as Poyo blows up to about 4 times his size and begins catching these stones.
At least someone's getting the enjoyment out of it. And who are you? I turn over and look at this weird man with a staff. Well, 2 staffs actually.
Asriel,
Me, I have 2 staffs.
your model does.
Oh, I kind of just assumed that you did.
Your model
You
has
have a
2
staff?
stats for whatever reasons.
I'm like, oh, you're looking for a stone? I use minor illusion to make a rock, a coin in my pocket look like some kind of majestic magical stone. If I can, do I have to roll to cast a spell?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me look. You said minor illusion?
Yep.
Minor illusion is... Nope, it is a cantrip. You can use it at will.
All right. I instantly transform into some magical stone, and I'm like, I will give you this stone if you protect me all through this mysterious area we found ourselves in.
And just a quick question: what is this stone that you were holding?
Hard to see. You just mentioned it. Yep, that one. Found on the ground a couple days ago.
Let me take a look.
Found it on
Oh,
the
what?
ground
What?
a couple
Steal it.
days.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Where will I go? And I turn around with my hands like to the side of me. Where
There's
will I
just...
go?
You guys can't see it here because the table doesn't blow up to the proper size for the image, but there is like a rounded wall here with like a beam of light coming in where you guys have landed.
Okay. My question still stands.
You lead the way. Somebody get behind. Anybody in the middle, protect it. This is clearly the most important here.
Bernard
Okay.
waits no time and immediately takes like a frontal position here as Nora just is like looking between the group and Poyo's just like, excuse me,
yet to
Kaz.
get your name, sir.
Samuel.
Samuel.
Without anybody
that
else, we just
Western?
start walking.
You're just walking.
Yep.
Okay.
I need to figure out what's going on. Like, can you re-describe the inside of this room?
Absolutely. In fact, I can give you an image of it.
Many freaking sessions.
I can actually give you an image of it, at least what you can see.
Woo, will that be in general?
This is in general. This is the area that you can see. Oh, no, I'm streaming right now on Discord and on YouTube.
Yes. Your position is very... I don't like it.
Would you
It's very
prefer
delayed.
Would you prefer if I did it like this?
Yes, but I just the stream is like was really delayed.
Oh,
Ooh,
it's
shiny
30-second delayed.
crystals.
Yes, shiny
like
crystals
30 it's
all
over
over the
30
walls. It's 30 seconds exactly.
Oh, okay.
I said it.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna go touch a crystal.
You touch a crystal and it is a rock. You have touched a crystal.
Sniff it.
Oh, okay, let's see. Azriel, you and Bernard both watch as this woman walks up, touches a crystal before leaning in and... Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
We got a psycho here, Bernard.
Smells like a baka. 15.
Is the are the crystals illuminated?
They are glowing.
Okay. So low light. What's our light sense right now?
Actually, you guys have like full sight from where you're at. It is lit up in here well enough that you guys can actually see all the way through. These large crystals coming out seem to be lighting up quite a large area. They don't seem to be doing anything. Rory, you're able to tell that this crystal is a type of magic crystal. You don't know which type, though.
I'm gonna do it. I like it.
By the way, can you do investigation checks on objects to see if they are real?
Yeah, to see if they're real, I believe so. Let me double check.
Okay. By the way, so whenever I guess, by the way, is it Arthur? Is that your character name?
It's a successful intelligence check. His
Okay,
character
so-
name told you his name was Samuel, I think.
I did-
Samuel.
I did say
Samuel.
Sam.
So did you give me the rock or no?
No. You don't get the rock.
Can I look at the rock?
Oh, you can look at it in my hand.
Okay. I want to try to see
So
if the
you
rock is
actually-
a-
You actually have to roll an intelligence check. Oh,
Intelligence?
investigation. It is investigation. Yes.
It is investigation.
It is
Okay.
investigation.
Wow, I have a really-
20, please.
I have a really bad investigation score.
Oh yeah,
so
big bad.
Sweet.
9.
9.
Uh,
Wait. What? I got an 8.
you got an 8.
Yep.
With an 8. Hold on, I'm pulling it up real fast. With an 8, you are unable to tell what this particular gem is.
Okay. Do I know that?
Do you
Does
know?
it-
Do you know that it's what? I'm
Ma-
sorry.
Is it at least blue?
Is it at least blue? Yes, it is at least blue.
Okay. Samuel. It does look like a heart of the sea, but very similar to the ones that I saw earlier. I will work with you for now, but if it ends up not being, then I will have a consolation fee.
Work with. Oh, come on, man.
Might I add, as far as you know right now, Asriel, this is a giant suit of armor. You cannot tell the individual inside of this armor.
I just see tough guy, and I need protection. I'm a glass cannon as all hell. There's since the Lunarians were a lot of crystal-based magic, and I try to investigate the crystals.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, you do get a bonus to your investigation, but because of family specialization, I'll allow you to make this roll with advantage.
Awesome.
Go ahead and give me an Go ahead and roll me an investigation check on one of these crystals. And Rory, you watch as this other wizarding individual walks up towards you, grabs one
How
of
much
these
is plus
rocks.
advantage?
Advantage is you roll the die again. You take the higher roll between the two.
Oh,
I
thank God.
want to know what it tastes like.
It tastes oddly sweet.
Is
Alright.
that child licking the rock?
I try to chip away at it and put a piece in my mouth.
As first, let's go ahead and start with Asriel. Asriel, as I said, for advantage, you roll your die twice, and you take the higher of the two rolls, and you add your modifier to it.
19.
19? Is that with your modifier?
Yep.
Wow! With a 19, you're able to identify that these are, ironically, called Hoth crystals. At least the particular one in your hand, you can tell that there's several different types around the walls. Hoth is a sort of sub-name for a brand, but more commonly, they're known as just your general run-of-the-mill battery crystal. It's essentially what you would use in, like, a large magic wall. You would use these crystals to kind of act as, like, a power source for it. But you would recognize these crystals as they are used quite commonly in your family's home.
I announce that these are extremely valuable, and everyone should take as many as they can.
I should also inform you, you would know they're not really that valuable.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna take any.
Is that all that you're relaying?
Wow, these are incredible. All you hear is this man look at the crystal for a moment. These are incredibly valuable. We should take as many as we can before throwing the crystal down and walking away.
I have no need for crystals, but thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate the heads up.
Extremely strong aphrodisiacs.
Ooh la la.
I'm going to proceed
I'm sure
to
this one
look
just
around
licked
the
it.
room more closely and everything. So I assume a perception.
Actually, for this case, you can actually just walk around, basically making your way through. There is about a 20-foot gap here, just so you know. The walls are pretty sheer. These crystals do seem to have fallen off in time. These ones that are here on the floor actually aren't glowing anymore. They do seem to have some sort of like an after aura effect coming from them, but you can tell that they've more or less lost their shine. And that pretty quickly leads you back towards this area where more or less you find a large pool.
Hey, anybody want to go for a swim?
The moment I hear those words, I grab onto Nora's legs.
Nora is clawing at the ground like a fucking animal, like claws out in the whole 9 yards. You're gonna roll a contested strength roll.
Don't say that.
Contested
word.
strength roll.
Contested strength. Okay, so that is.
It's a straight strength roll. Add your mod.
I've had really bad rolls with this thing, so I'm probably not going to use this anymore.
I will.
rolled a.
I will say this: you've dealt with the child at this point for a little over.
I rolled an 8.
A little over a year because of difficulties in the past. I'll go ahead and allow you to roll a second time, just because you know that you'll lose grip soon enough.
Okay, sure. I'm just gonna go get my dice. Whatever.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna go look at my dice.
I go to the edge of the water.
Looking down in the water, you see that it is like a large warm water pool. And you can't really tell much because it's really cloudy.
Does it smell salty?
It does not. It smells
Is
like
it more
iron.
blue or is it more green?
It is a very... One moment, actually. One moment. Kaya, please check your Discord.
Okay.
Koiba.
Hidayah, your character level needs to be 3. I would not like to get copyright striked. That's a very popular song.
Miku has lawyers everywhere.
Camera of He just immediately ignored his phone again, didn't he?
Bebe.
No, he's looking. It's taken more of like a brown gold color. But that does
That sounds unhealthy.
Yeah.
that does
so-
stand in line with the rest of the surrounding area.
The better out of the two is a 9.
The better out of, is that with your bonuses?
Yes.
You very quickly feel yourself get knocked to the ground prone. I'm gonna let you roll an athletics just to see if you can hold on to the child.
An athletics.
An athletics. You're
Oh,
gonna add
okay. I could do
athletics to it.
athletics. Why don't you just have me do athletics last time?
I didn't have you do athletics last time because last time it's just pure contested strength.
I got a 15.
You got a 15. All right.
Yes.
Really need to invest in a leash and harness for that little one.
You are knocked to the ground, but you still hold on, and she drags you across the ground before you, right over by Rory over here, get let go of it as this one runs and dives into the water.
Oh, look what you've done.
She said, yeet!
And Poyo begins like hopping that same direction, kind of like turning into a little bead shape. And
I'm going to slowly walk into the water.
okay then. Arthur, are you still with us, mate?
Absolutely.
Lovely. Bernard is just kind of like walking with you. I'm assuming that you're like staying with the group, or are you doing your own thing?
I'm staying with the group. I'm just watching. I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna let them fight this up themselves.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Bernard kind of staying a little further back, kind of like leans over and whispers, "They seem incompetent."
Especially the Ponyo one.
Ponyo? And he kind of like raises a brow. Do you mean the little orb?
The noise it makes, yeah. I don't know what else to call it.
I believe that the noise is Poyo.
Oh my god.
It's even worse.
What are we gonna do about this?
The same thing that we'll do with the other things we don't like.
You're right.
Eat it.
Eat it.
My father was very proud of that.
He did everything.
I hated everything. Well, I suppose we better go join with them, shan't we?
Absolutely. Let's see what happens.
As the two of you are talking, Arthur and Bernard make their way up as Bernard goes, well, this is a bit of a predicament, I would imagine. As Asriel, Bernard, and Aruzu are watching Rory kind of start going into the water.
Hey,
And
Milos, you coming?
it's very cold. Milos is staring before going, before walking over and like taking off this leather up top, which she sets on the ground before walking over to the water and kind of like looking down into it before walking about halfway in and before beginning to go down into the water. As the two of you watch as the child before pokes her head up from the water, looks over at the two of you and goes with like a small pool's worth of water. Like the amount of water you're getting sprayed with should not fit inside of this child's mouth. Before they stop and dive back under.
Oh, God. Oh, this is going to be a while.
By this point in time, the other three of you have caught up. Bernard just is kind of staring before going, it looks like sewage.
Can I break off one of the crystals?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna break it off, then charge it. So it's a battery type. Can I charge it with my mana?
So these ones are already charged. You can't really recharge these crystals. There is a version of them that can.
These are cheap.
It's not that they're cheap. It's that they come already grown to like as much power as they'll hold.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a way to make it where they will charge, but with just your hands right now and the knowledge that you currently have, that's not an available option.
Well, I throw it into the water to see if I can light up the bottom and see what's there.
You throw it in the water, and it does actually clear a small section of it. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, as will everyone else who's currently half above water. Rory, you'll roll with disadvantage.
I'm sorry, I'm doing what now?
You're rolling perception with disadvantage because Asriel threw one of the crystals in the water to light it up, so
I
you
got
can
a
see.
nat 20.
Oh
Holy
fuck!
I got a 9.
Nice.
Nora got a nat 20.
Nice.
Rory, what did you roll? Rory?
Can you hear
Jess.
me?
Yes, there you are. What did you
Okay.
roll for your
I don't know what
perception?
I'm rolling.
You're rolling perception with disadvantage. Because you're halfway in the water already. Lovely.
She failed.
What did you roll?
I got a 9 total.
A 9
Same
total?
here.
You see a figure in the water, but for everyone else, you all see what looks like something blocking something else or kind of holding what looks like rubble in place. As Novum, would you like to describe your character to the group? Novum.
Sorry, I was looking to try to find some dice. What's up?
Would you like to describe your character to the group? They've currently found you underwater in a sleeping state.
Sure.
Would you like to
Sleeping
describe your character?
location. Yeah, sorry, you said sleeping, and I'm just like, Warforges don't sleep.
Yes, I understand that, but you're currently stuck in a singular position with rubble covering a portion of your body, so they're only seeing the upper half of you. He said, "All right, give me a moment to do something," but he has push to talk on, so it's goofing.
Alright. Yeah. Hard to switch back and forth to do push talk, so I just turned it off so I can talk.
Right. Do you want to put on the headset that's on the floor there?
Just has it.
There is another one.
I don't know where.
I haven't seen the other one either.
It should be in the box where the first one was.
First one was on the floor.
The red and black ones?
No, not the red and black ones.
The first one was just on the floor.
There are my blue buds. Give me just a moment. Actually, looking at the time, let's go ahead and take a small intermission. Arthur, are you okay?
Yes.
Will you be good if we can take an intermission?
Yes, I'm standing up on my computer now.
Dope. That's wonderful. Hidayah, you and I, let's go talk, my friend. And then whenever we get back, Novum, please explain your character.
Will do.
Thank you. just how it is spelled. No. It's Latin. Back to DM. Oh, of course. I always have time for that, my friend. Okay, so I'm the king of warlords. I have 8 siblings that are all similar in design to me, but they all have different experiences, different personalities, different setups. I did want to ask a question. Yeah. If I can have essentially a hungry magic item. What's that? It's essentially like a small mini pick up D&D. please.
Okay.
Send them to me over text. If you don't want to do that, wait till after 10.
No problem.
I will be getting more.
I'm sure we're not going to meet my siblings right away. At least I hope not. So I can give you more medicine.
Who would you say is the kindest all round? All round.
I have their names written down. It's just hard for me to remember. What's the name?
I told you the cat chooses him when he's here. It doesn't matter which seats he's in.
That makes sense.
How I change?
I feel so high above me. She's so lovely.
So the kindest? Probably be Tria.
Treya.
Tria. Tria.
What does Treya think of you? What's her thing?
Like if I was your character.
Yeah.
She was like if she was a character class, she would be a ranger. She has this obsession with collecting information from broken. It's not like collecting a black ore. She likes them as like decoration. Like she wears the if there's like a giant berg animal, she wears that as like a massive scroll in the pocket. Like that.
Lovely.
She's a hunter. She's kind, but she's kind. Not saying we're just outright super kind, but like she's kind in a way that's like respect her, she'll respect you.
Gotcha. Does
Respect
your
her family,
character
she'll
respect her?
well, for the most part. Noim was the last to awaken, and it seems like he doesn't know nearly as much as his siblings do, and even they know very little. Noim just remembers waking up, didn't even know his name. He had to figure out what his name was by because all their names are printed on them. Noim's is right here. Tria's is up the neck.
Lovely. Thank you. This is all I need for now.
Even though she's a ranger, she prefers dual short swords rather than bows.
Understandable.
That's all.
Understandable indeed. Please move along, Poopa. Go. Continue.
Yeah.
The DM is returning.
Flamethrower.
Ow, that is my foot. Ow, that is my dog. Ow, that is my tail. Okay, I have returned. Is everyone here? Arthur?
I'm here.
I'm not.
I'm not Arthur.
I'm Arthur.
Hello.
Urge, are you actually good or no?
No, I'm non-existent. I'm actually in a different dimension.
Ah, I understand. See you later, Polo.
How to do that?
Can you teach me how to disassociate like it's nobody's business? We're going to go ahead and continue though. At this point, it is more or less apparent. Actually, we actually left off with Asriel. Asriel, what were you doing? I'm sorry.
No, nothing really. I just threw stones in the water. That was all.
That's right. And then everyone got a perception check to see what they could see. The only person who couldn't really see what it was Rory. Although Rory, getting a little further in, you would
I got
see
the same
some.
as Rory.
Oh, you both rolled 9.
Yep.
You won't see it at all. Just because you're farther out than she is. Bernard, though, Bernard's kind of like tilting his head with a raised brow. And for those who did roll and could see, would be well, each one of them is different. Noim,
Yes.
please explain your character to the group. Currently covered in rubble at the basin of this water.
How far up is the rubble on his body?
It follows down to his right leg.
It follows. So only his right leg is covered?
His right leg and part of his lower torso, yes.
Okay. So there before you is this mechanical thing. Its body seems to be You can see like through it in some parts where it seems to be inside is tubings of like metal and then wood structure, and then above that is plating over that wood. Uh, Over his eyes are these two somewhat thick goggles, or where his eyes would no nose. Instead of lips or mouth, he just has this curved slit. And over him is the only piece of clothing that seems to be over him is a green like shawl with silver linings. And I guess a bandolier is the closest I can. A bandolier, it's the best I can describe it. Across
Fair
his
enough.
chest.
Either way, though, Rory, you're able to see the arms of this, but Nora swims down, and Nora's actually going to give the rubble around the body a pull. With a few sharp tugs, the group of you feels a small as some of the rocks from under the water have shifted, and you see Nora coming to land with a metal arm in her mouth, like going around like a bar, as the body of Noim is exposed to the group of you.
Did you just...
She kind of
What
opens
did
her
I
mouth
say
and like
about
turns and looks
arms?
back. She oh no, she brought a whole body up, not just an arm.
Oh, okay.
She drops his body and then just like turns and looks over back to him and just kind of points at Noim.
The bodies hit the floor.
Noim, you would feel yourself awaken as water begins to concede from the area, the high, magically rich area helping you come back on.
Powers up. Somebody have the dial-up internet sound on, ready to go. There's a moment of like the sound of something being flicked, like as like a light begins to flicker on and off under the goggles before completely turning on. The goggles moving just slightly up to the forehead as these very bright yellow orbs illuminate before dimming down to normal. And it doesn't have eyelids, so instead of blinking, it's like a rotating metal piece that closes and then opens in like a spiral motion.
It's kind of like the shutter of a camera.
Yes, I couldn't think of the word. As its head kind of sharply looks between the few people it can see.
Which at this immediate moment would actually be, Rory, did you come back to shore seeing a body being dragged up? Rory?
Talk. Yes.
Cool. Yeah, so you see pretty much the whole group around you. As Nora is just kind of pawing at your arm.
Kind of looks. Hello. Where am I? Who are you?
Oh, I'm Samuel. Nice to meet you. We're a group of adventurers.
You are so loud, Arthur. You're gain.
Yeah, I had no idea what you just said.
All I heard was, oh!
I was sitting back in my chair, so I turned my gain up.
Turn your gain back down, dog.
And then I got up next to my chair and moved my feet in. Okay. What about now?
Okay, that's better.
Alright, you tell me when it's feasible.
Much better.
Okay.
Can you repeat what you said?
We're a group of adventurers. I'm the leader. Nice to meet you. Whatever you need.
Milos just kind of takes a short look over and goes, "Excuse the fuck out of you! You most definitely are not leader, lad."
I second that.
As they speak, Noem just kind of stands up and brushes dirt off of him. Other than the bandolier and the shawl, he doesn't actually have clothes on, and he's about as equipped as a Ken doll down there.
Hey, help you out with
Nora,
illusion.
Nora, please come over here. I know you just met your friend, but
Nora just comes scampering over like, hey, look what I just brought up. It's the biggest fish that we can eat tonight. And just like kind of pauses and sits like a dog almost.
you poor soul.
DM,
Yes.
other than the thing you said I don't have yet, do I have the rest of my equipment near me or on me?
Yes. It's near you. It's
So
under the
As
water.
they go do whatever, he's just gonna search around the water.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Shit,
Or
let me
actually an
find a D20.
investigation, I'm sorry, not a perception.
Sure, let me find a D20.
Can you not roll in D&D Beyond? You should be able to. It's a free feature now.
Oh shit, yeah, I guess I can do that.
Yeah, that's a free
Is that
feature now.
investigation?
Yeah.
All I
11.
heard was this mass barreling down through the house going,
At an 11, yeah, you find your stuff. It's not too far away from where like you were, but it's short enough that like standing up, you're at kind of like your waist, and coming out of the water and being charged by the area around you is surprisingly effective. More specifically because of what the area has in it.
All he
You
has
are
is he just has
missing
a
your left
bag. His bag, and then he draws his curved blade from the water and wipes it off.
The blade itself looks a little rusted on one end of it. Although quick little wipe with those metal fingers, not realizing how much pressure's there, it is sheen and shine once again.
But I'm a weak boy.
It's for flair, my dude.
I know. I just want to make it. He finished that. He just sheaths it on his left side and turns and looks for these people.
Strangely enough, there's also a left sock in your inventory.
What?
Totally joking.
It's at this point actually Hidayah.
William's just walking towards them silently.
Oh, fun.
So who are you?
You bastard dog. Hold on, before the group of you continue. Hidayah. He's so in that game, I could tell.
Sorry, well, to be fair, he has been waiting a little while.
I know. Whenever he gets free, let me know. Go ahead and continue with what you were going to say, Rutu.
Yeah, so sorry, what'd your character ask? I don't know who talked to know me.
Who are you?
Me, as he points to himself, questioning.
Yes.
I am Noem. Who are you?
I'm Unintroduced. This is my child Nora. Be careful. She does get very climby, as they say.
I see.
How's the water?
I was what?
How was the water?
Wet?
I would dry off, or else she might think you're a fish. So
Nora just kind of like looks over like you insulted her whenever you say that before like standing up fully, turning and just walking away.
like she was dragging a fish. Is that not what you said?
Not trying to consume me. I am not very.
She has walked away at this point.
What? You said that she was like it was a fish catch, was it not?
I minor illusion a coin into a fish and throw it.
What?
All right, hold on. I gotta roll perception for that. Hold on. Oh fuck, it's really good.
Random koi fish flies through the air.
Okay. Does anyone else want to try and catch this fish?
No, but just for fun, I rolled like an intelligence saving throw. I got a natural one. Noeem just thinks this man summoned a fish out of midair.
Oh, dude, Noeem just watched this guy flip a coin. It's like gods came down and touched his hand. Boo! There's a fish, and it's gone.
Noeem is just staring at him. His eyes shuttered as much as they can, like he's like narrowing his eyes. His head tilted. How did you do that?
As
The fish?
the group of you watch as this child turns around, tackles this coin, like from the square that we're at, and these are 10-foot squares, so that's 10, 20, 30, 40 feet, and grabs this fish before landing on the ground.
Oh, are you happy now?
Interesting.
Good use of the coin.
She does not realize that it is in fact a coin and still thinks it's a fish and is attempting to gnaw on it.
Oh,
I nod my head and say thank you.
you're welcome. Anytime.
It's not working. For those of you who have passed the check, this coin is just, it's not floating in the air, but it's like in her palm, and she's like gnawing on like the sand and like spitting it out as she's doing this.
Oh god. It won't hurt her. It's fine. Anyways, back to you. Here, have something to dry. And I guess I hand him I guess like one of my undercloaks.
As he takes it and just begins patting, mostly focusing on like the wooded areas of his body. Again, what is it I call you? I forgot.
I am Aruntu.
A what?
Aruntu.
I'm going to call you too.
Please don't. As I turn around and walk to Nora. Just right after that statement, please don't, walks away.
Nora's 30 feet away, still trying to gnaw on the ground.
Noeem's just confused. What?
I'm gonna try to trade Nora's fish for a piece of bread or something.
Shaking my head and turn and go back in the water.
As you like pull Nora, you go back in the water. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I'm assuming you're talking to Verna.
I am.
Okay.
Have you seen RoboCop?
Yes.
Can that be my holster? Just a thing on my leg
Yeah,
that opens and there's my
absolutely.
pistol? Thank you.
Verna or Rory. Rory. Did she disappear? Rolled a 12. What were you trying to?
I don't know why it rolled the d12 too.
Oh, it rolled a d12.
It rolled a d12 and a d20 at the same time. But
So you actually got 16 then.
yeah, I was...
Oh man, I just had a total brain fart. What was it you were rolling for again? My apologies.
Perception, because I went back in the water.
That's right. At the bottom of the water, you are able to see a scroll that's under the water that has a wax plastic seal.
Dive, dive, dive!
Go ahead and roll me a strength check. You are able to pull this scroll free of the rubble before you need to swim back up for air.
Woo! Can I open it?
You can. There is a small little like tag that's on it that's stamped in wax that says be warned, pressures may vary.
I open it.
Oh God, Rory, where are you standing? You're here. Where are you aiming?
I'm looking outward, like away from everybody else. I've got my back turned to them because I was in the water.
Oh, so you're firing this way then. Got it. Um, the group of you watches as Rory breaks the wax seal on this scroll, opens it up, and then what looks like a beam of like bright blue comes out with like what looks like a jellyfish before the jellyfish kind of explodes and this super powerful stream of water begins going into the wall.
Do I need to make a strength check or something to make sure I don't get pushed back?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
This
When I close
proceeds
it, does it stop?
this proceeds for about 15 seconds and then it stops. If you close it prior to 15 seconds, it will stop, yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
When you
I'm going to do the classic open, spray, close. Open, spray, close.
as you do it, when you look down, there's small bulbs on the wax seal. You can see that one of them is burning through slightly every time you open and close it. You've probably, by the time you've opened and closed it, gone through about 3/4 of the first bulb. There's 5 bulbs altogether.
Ah, okay, well, I'm just gonna leave it closed now.
Fair enough. As it sits, the group of you hear and see just a hole appear in the concrete, or excuse me, limestone, like over here. This is just a rounded bit that comes through here, before close, and like Rory turns back to you like this scroll in hand. This is actually an item that Noeem would actually know. This is a scroll of warp sea, and it is a hole to the bottom of the deepest part of the ocean. It only has so much charge, and the item did initially come with you here.
That item. Oh, yes. I remember that thing. Noeem just like walks to the rest of them like at the edge of the water, like he's been a part of it for days.
Right, yeah, he's right here.
I look over, I'm like, oh, was this yours?
I don't remember. I just know what it is.
Ah, and that would be...
Ah, well, it's a magical item. It's if I remember correct, it was created based off of a old story known as Goblin Killer, where a witch put a warp hole, essentially, or some kind of dimensional gate at the bottom of the ocean. So when you open it, it sucks in the ocean water, and then spits it out. Goblin Killer? Or was it Goblin Slayer? I don't remember. I know what the anime is. Let's just know what it means.
I was gonna say, I'm like, this is. I'm like, I believed in Tyrell more than that.
Don't worry, he knows what it is.
I don't remember the story name, but yes, it's a gateway to the bottom of the ocean. It's very dangerous.
Yes,
Very good at
I
killing
like the
goblins.
items. I'm going to keep it unless it is yours.
I don't think it's mine. I don't know why I would have it.
Asriel, you've watched this whole interchange go down. How do you feel about it?
Well, is Splurge still trying to trade the bread for the fish over there?
Did I not succeed? I don't know.
You, she's fighting for that fish.
I say, hey man, I'll trade you the bread for a bunch of fish, and I grab dirt and I make a few minor illusions. While he's looking away, obviously he's trying to get it.
Wait, are you trying to trade with Nora?
No, you.
Oh.
I got a few fishes.
I'm good. I don't need the fish.
He has beaten your intelligence check, by the way. So at this point in time, you just see him holding a clump of dirt, but you know he's trying to cast minor illusion on these clumps of dirt.
Yeah. And
I throw it away.
whenever I say I don't need your fish, I'm gonna go quote and do fish. Like the full hand quotation marks.
The moment you do that, you drop Nora to the ground. She's still trying to gnaw on this fake fish.
God.
She's very content with biting at the air.
Noema's gonna go give 2 his coat back.
By the way, I'm gonna try to pick her up and take her away again.
Oh,
Just
you
like
have no
this
no
time.
no issues. You pick her up perfectly fine. She's not struggling because
Okay.
she's trying to eat this fake fish.
Okay, cool.
Although, Arthur, you do need to subtract well, you just said a coin. I'm gonna take this at benefit for you. Go ahead and roll a d4.
Okay. I got 4.
1 gold from your inventory has been is what you tossed. You just tossed a gold coin.
I think I had 3. So yeah, 1. That's not too bad.
As of this point in time, the group kind of separates as there is a yell coming back from where you guys had initially come from as Hidayah falls into this hole. Hidayah, would you like to introduce your character?
It's the fuzz. I dive in the water.
You said I fall?
Yeah, you are falling into this cave right now.
Fuck!
You all hear fuck as Hidayah has fallen in the area that you guys had fallen in at. Anything you guys would like to do?
Like I said,
Follow
I
the
yell
voice, right?
"Fuzz" and dive into the water.
I demand the splurge be in front of me as we walk towards the voice.
Bernard immediately takes the lead, like on you yelling that. Splurge, what do you do?
I'm going to walk up to, I guess with Nora on my shoulders, I'm going to walk up to this Samuel and be like, "Oh, don't worry, buddy, it'll be fine," as I slap his back with my other hand.
Do you have any malicious intent in this backslap?
No. More just like, you know,
I
like
take
when
it
you're
personally.
roughhousing, like with a friend. but, like,
Gotcha.
You're just really small.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm a glass cannon. This didn't go well instantly.
Milos just waits at the edge of the water for the other ones to come up because Poyo dove down as well. Just underwater, Rory's able to see like this small ball just floating past her head as it. As the group of you make it back and see Hidayah, please feel free to introduce what your character looks like. Hidayah. He's very
At
quiet.
most, you would see.
At most, you would see, and then silence.
Echoing badly. We were fixing it. At most, you would see one of those short-sleeved hoodies with the hood.
You've cut out. Would someone else pass him their phone?
What?
Would someone else pass him their phone?
Oh, he's saying that he can't hear you.
At most, what you would see is one of those short-sleeved hoodies. The color of itself is black. You'd be able to see part of my bangs, of my natural hair color being brown. The parts of my skin that you can see are, in fact, pasty white, which, from a looks, would be burn marks.
Uh,
And you said I had all my items.
you do, yeah.
The weapons being shown would be like it would be a long sword on my back and a dagger on my hip.
Wonderful.
Long sword, short.
I do hate to cut this session short, but I do have to actually end the session, though. We have large group leaving, and I have things to do tomorrow. Meeting?
People are leaving?
Yes. We have an urge to splurge leaving, and myself, because it is about that time.
Oh, okay. Noeem says goodbye.
Well, at least I got to drink cigars. I'm happy.
We will be back continuing within 2 weeks for the average viewer, unless of course we decide to continue on, in which case we will continue and see you on the 22nd.